Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Cavalier Field. It is Game 4 of the 4-game series. The Dodge City A's and Fort Collins Foxes. The A's go for the series sweep tonight, as the A's took the game last night 9-6 and guaranteed the series win against the Foxes. So now it is the series sweep that the A's are trying to complete. A game last night that saw the A's take an early lead. The game was tied at 3, tied again at 6. The A's ultimately would come out of that one winning it 9-6. Your starting lineups. Leading off for the Fort Collins Foxes, shortstop number 3, Henry Fleckner. Batting second baseman, number 6, Tyler Mata Lloyd. Batting third, first baseman, number 24, Drew Norson. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 23, Henry Jamison. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 27, Brendan Jordan. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 37, Matt Oberlander. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 1, Turner Jamison. Batting eighth, catcher, number 9, Landon Irvin. And rounding out the lineup for the Foxes is center fielder number 2, Dylan Hupfer. The starting pitcher for the Foxes, number 22, Noah Brunk. The lineup for the Dodge City A's, leading off center fielder number 10, Roberto Gonzalez. Batting second baseman number 7, Tyler Toby. Batting third, first baseman number 14, Carson Wright. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Brendan O'Sullivan. Batting fifth, the third baseman number 34, Artie Ramirez. Batting sixth, right fielder number 22, Kyle Morrell. Batting seventh, left fielder number 27, Angelo Zazzarino. Batting eighth, the catcher number 18, Alex Cummings. And running out the lineup is shortstop number 2, Andrew Ramirez. The starting pitcher for your Dodge City A's is number 13, William Roberts. Fly ball hit out into left field for the leadoff hitter, Henry Fleckner. Out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Tyler Mata Lloyd. He takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Second pitch is fouled off, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. One and two, the count to Tyler Mata Lloyd. Pitch is popped up high in the air, called for by Ramirez at third, and out number 2 now for the Fort Collins Foxes. That brings in Drew Norson. Norson, the first baseman for the Foxes. First pitch from Roberts. Catches the outer edge on a check swing, strike number 1. Second pitch is in but low, evens the count at 1 apiece. Swung on and missed, and that will get Norson down in the count, 1 and 2. The 1-2 offering. That will be on the ground through the 1-2, First and second base gap.
Yeah, 3-4 hole.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
That's all right.
That will bring in Henry Jameson. Pitch outside. Starts the count off at 1-0. Two and 0 the count now to Jameson. Runner on first for the Foxes. After going 3 up, 3 down multiple times last night. Pitch down low in the turf, now 3-0. A 4-pitch walk, and that puts runners on first and second for the Foxes, 2 away. And that brings in Brendan Jordan. Jordan, the left fielder for the Foxes. Jordan, in last night's game, 1 run, 1 hit, drove in 1, walked on once, and struck out once. He takes a big swing and misses. Down in the count, 0-1. Pitch to Jordan was down in the turf. It rolled away from the catcher Cummings. That moves runners to second and third. Pitch in for strike number 2, 1-2 the count to Brendan Jordan. Runners on first and second and third. Misses outside and evens the count at 2 apiece. William Roberts got the start against the Foxes on June the 28th. He won a complete game in that one, going 9 innings. That pitch hit in the gap, out into left field. That will score 2. Cummings misses, and that will advance Jordan over to second. So the Foxes take an early 2-0 lead, and that will bring in the right fielder, Matt Oberlander.
Yeah, that was a really good game for Will when he went CG in Fort Collins. He was rolling through pretty much every inning. He's sort of pitching a contact right now. If he limits the walks, he'll do pretty well.
Down in the count, 0-2 is Oberlander. Pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning for the Foxes. We are headed to the bottom of the first. It is Roberto Gonzalez, Tyler Tobey, and Carson Wright due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. Take this opportunity to take a look around the league standings. Liberal BJs beat the Game Day Angels last night. That improves the BJs to 20-1 overall, still leading the league. The Hayes Arcs come in second at 19-3, followed by your Dodge City A's now at 14-9. Then the Game Day Angels at 11-12, the Denver Cougars at 10-15. Outlaws at 8-16, the Foxes at 5-18, and the Rough Riders at 4-17. Roberto Gonzalez leading off the bottom of the first for the Dodge City A's. He takes the first pitch for ball number 1.
Oh, smoke.
That pitch is hit. It's going high. It's headed out to the wall. It is gone. A solo shot to lead off the bottom of the first for Roberto Gonzalez.
La bomba pa la calle. That's what we like to call that one.
That ball hit in the, I would guess, about 390 range.
Yeah, he smoked that thing. It looked like off the bat the center fielder was just drifting, but I had a feeling that was straight barrel. I mean, it looked like it from up here. Just kept carrying, found the wind, found the jet stream, and just said, see you later.
Indeed, the A's now trailing this one 2-1. That will bring in Tyler Tobey. Tyler Tobey in last night's game, the third baseman. One run, 3 hits, drove in 1. He takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. It did not take the starting pitcher, Noah Brunk, long to give up the first run of the night for the Dodge City A's. That pitch is fouled off. Down in the count, 0-2 is Tobey. The 1-2 offering from Brunk. It's hit on the ground, fielded by the third baseman. He olays it. An error early on the Fort Collins Foxes, and runner aboard for the Dodge City A's.
He had to have hit that thing pretty hard because the third baseman, that took a weird hop with his glove.
That brings in Carson Wright. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wright, the first baseman for the Dodge City A's tonight, takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Wright hit in the 4-hole last night. Counted for 3 runs, 1 hit, walked on twice. Walks were a struggle for the Foxes pitching staff last night. The 1-1 delivery from Brunk. Again hit at the third baseman. He bobbles it. The throw to first in time. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. That advances Tobey to second. And that will bring in Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan last appeared against the Foxes in the second game at Fort Collins. Counted for two runs, 1 hit, walked on once, and struck out once. Takes the first pitch he sees from Brunk for ball number 1. Tobey with a lead off of second. Pitch in and catches his own, evens a count at 1 apiece. Brunk fires in, and he'll miss outside, 2-1. Now the count to Brendan O'Sullivan. Winds blowing from the south-southeast here at Cavalier Field. Time is called, and O'Sullivan will step out. The Dodge City A's pitches hit on the ground. It's headed out into center field. Toby's being waved home. The throw home will not make it in. That ties the ball game at 2 apiece, and runner on at first, an RBI single for Brendan O'Sullivan. A nice ground hit right back up the middle. And that brings in Artie Ramirez. Artie Ramirez, the DH last night. He'll take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Drove in 1 run, walked on once, and struck out twice. Pitch misses inside, evens the count at 1 apiece. One's down low, now 2-1, the count to Artie Ramirez. Dodge City A's playing in their final 5 games of the regular season. Will travel to Hayes, America tomorrow night. That will be the final league game against the Larks for the A's. We'll have 2 days off, and then the final game against the Cougars, and finish the season with 2 games against the Liberal BJs. 2-2 the count to Artie Ramirez. Curveball misses up high, a full count now. 1 away for the A's. Runner on first. A tie ball game, 2-2. Ramirez hits that one. It's going high and deep again. Tracked by the center fielder. He'll field it just in front of the warning track. 2 away now for the Dodge City A's.
Wow, he took a bad route on that one. He just kept drifting and drifting and drifting.
That ball was hit almost to the deepest part of the park.
Usually as an outfielder, you want to turn around and get to a spot and then catch it, not drift like he did. Shows like he's not an outfielder, but to say the least, he's out there.
That brings in Kyle Morrell. Morrell takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Kyle Morrell making his second appearance against these Foxes. He last played in the game on June the 19th, sorry. 1 hit, drove in 2, and struck out once.
Little
2-1 the count. What was that?
little stolen base there from O'Sullivan, showing off the speed. Like that.
The 2-1 offering from Brunk. Sullivan getting a good lead off a second. That ball hit hard down the first base line. It goes foul. That will even the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 the count to Kyle Morrell. Pitch misses well outside. Another full count early in this ball game. The payoff pitch from Brunk. Swung on and missed, and that will end the inning for the Dodge City A's. The A's score 2. 2 hits, 1 error. They will strand 1. We are headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the top of the second, it is Turner Jamison. He is out to face William Roberts. The first pitch from Roberts misses outside, ball number 1. Pitch again misses outside, 2-0.
Just a bit outside.
Dodge City A's come into tonight's contest 17-15 overall on the season. A swing and a miss from Jamison, and now 2-1 the count.
That was a pretty solid Johnny Depp impression right there. Swinging a sword at the ball. Leaving the next one up.
3-1 now to Jamison. The Fort Collins Foxes come into tonight's contest 5-19 overall on the season. Pitch catches the outer half of the plate. Full count now to Turner Jamison. Jamison will go back to the dugout. He goes down looking. Out number 1 for the Fort Collins Foxes. The second K being hung up here on the press box. A new tradition just started for the Dodge City A's.
That's never been done before?
Nope.
Interesting.
Something that we just started 2 games ago.
Really?
So that will bring in the catcher, Landon Irvin. Takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Ball's hit on the ground in the 5-6 hole. Runner aboard for the Fort Collins Foxes. And that will bring in Dylan Hupfer. Hupfer, the leadoff hitter for the Foxes last night, counted for 1 run, drove in 1, walked on once, but struck out 3 times.
It's interesting to see that he was a leadoff, you said last night. Now he's a 9-hole?
Yep.
Interesting. So is that like you're going to bunt this game, or you didn't get on enough like last game? Interesting.
Like I said, he had the hat trick of strikeouts last night. The first pitch misses outside for ball number 1.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason to go 9-hole for this game. A hat trick's never something you want to accomplish, especially in a summer ball game.
Pitch a little bit down, looked like it was over the zone, but misses. 2-0 the count now to Hupfer. Pitch gets away from the catcher Cummings. 3-0 now. Landon Irvin now on second base. Dylan Hupfer and catcher Rylan Hickson, both with the hat trick of strikeouts last night. The 3-0 delivery. Catches the inner part of the zone. Now 3-1 to Hupfer.
I lost the scoreboard. I was trying to look at the stream.
Hupfer draws the walk, and that will bring on Henry Fleckner back at the top of the order for the Fort Collins Foxes. And we're going to have a mound visit from head coach Chris Woodruff. So while we're doing this mound visit, they will pull in the entire infield. We're going to thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Keel Enterprises LLC, Lowe's Automotive Group, Lauren Dahl, and the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Here going back, it is a 2-2 ball game. Runners on first and second for the Foxes with 1 away. We're back at the top of the order. William Roberts making his 7th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Comes into tonight's contest having pitched 29.1 innings. Pitch in and bounces, gets away from the catcher Cummings. He does a good job at blocking it and keeping it in front of him. 1-0 the count to Fleckner. William Roberts, a 1-2 record coming into tonight. Swing and a miss from Fleckner, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Roberts has allowed 34 hits, 17 runs, 15 earned, walked 15 and struck out 25 and hit 3, an overall ERA of 4.602. Ball hit on the ground. It will be a fielder's choice. Andrew Ramirez flipped it to Artie. Artie not in a position to cover third base. So base is loaded for the Foxes.
That would have been the right play. Had already gone to the right place because the ball hit to the left side. Typically, that's where the ball is going to be going, is third base. But obviously, wasn't ready for it. Hopefully, he can get out of it right here. Ball up the middle, double play. See how it goes. Good pitch.
Bases loaded for the Fort Collins Foxes. One away, and that brings in Tyler Mottaloyd. Mottaloyd flew out his first time up. That pitch hit out into left field. That will score one run for sure. The throw in. 2 runs scored. Runners now at first and second. The Foxes now lead this one 4-2.
That was a solid piece of hitting right there. Bases loaded, line drive into the left field.
That brings in Drew Norson. Still one away for the Foxes. Norson singled his last time up. Takes the first pitch. He sees ball number 1. Pitch. Hit foul. Evens account at 1 apiece. William Roberts last pitched on July the 10th.
A little double steal right there. Knocked down by Cummings.
Runners at second and third for the Foxes. 2-1 the count now to Norson. Three and one to Norson. Runners on second and third. Norson a big swing and a miss, and that will be a full count now. William Roberts, a 7-inning outing against the Cougars. That pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the payoff over again. If memory serves me correct, that game against the Cougars, that was a complete game for Roberts as well. Pitch misses outside. That will load the bases again. One away for the Foxes. That brings in Henry Jamison. Jamison walked on the last time he was at the plate. First pitch. Misses high. 1-0 now. Pitch is fouled off. That evens a count at 1 apiece. Henry Jamison, the third baseman for the Foxes last night, hit in the 3-hole. Struck out twice. Pitch down and outside. 2-1 now the count to Henry Jamison.
Well, this is certainly not a spot you want to be in. Bases juice, 2-1. See if you can get ahead of the count again.
Activity starting in the A's bullpen.
Is that Machado down there? Looks like it. Oh no, maybe it's Matt Sandoval.
I think that's actually. I think you're right. I think that's Matt Sandoval.
Yeah, it is.
3-1 the count. Now full count to Jamison after he takes that one looking.
That's an interesting move from Woody. Taking the outfielder, throwing him up on the bump. I know he doesn't have too many appearances. Maybe a couple more than I do, actually.
The payoff pitch. Little bleeder up the third base line. That is fielded foul. Will do the payoff over again.
I mean, he has a solid arm. His fastball curveball mix is pretty solid from what I've seen. I'm just interested to see what he does here after this whole bases juice 3-2 jam. How many more batters does Woody give Will, and then go with Sandoval? Good pitch.
Henry Jamison will go down looking. Another K being added. That is now 2 away and brings up Brendan Jordan. Jordan singled his last time up. Bases loaded for the Fort Collins Foxes, and every hitter's dream to come in and hit the grand slam. First pitch to Jordan, in for strike number 1.
That sure looked like the pitch he could do it on, now that you say that. Looked like it was right down Broadway.
The 0-1 delivery from Roberts. A check swing, but ball misses. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch down low in the turf. 2-1 the count now to Brendan Jordan.
That was the old 54-footer. Good job by Cummings on that to keep it in front of him.
That one inside. A 3-1 count now for Brendan Jordan. 8 batters have come to the plate so far this inning for the Foxes. Three-one delivery. Swung on, it's on the ground and headed out into center field. That will score 1. The second run coming home. The Foxes now lead this one 6-2.
You said left field on that one?
Mm-hmm.
See Ashton running down to the pen right now. Got 2 outs. Runners at first and second. See what the lefty does here.
Matt Oberlander steps in. He struck out swinging his last time up. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. The 0-1 delivery is hit out into center field. Roberto Gonzalez there to field that one. That will end the inning for the Foxes. All 9 come to the plate. We're headed to the bottom of the second. It will be Angelo Zazzarino, Alex Cummings, and Andrew Ramirez due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Got Angelo Zazzarino leading off the inning here. Takes ball number 1. Takes ball 2, way outside. Let's see what he does here with the 2-0. Takes it for strike 1. Swings through the 2-1 pitch. Not a bad hack. Let's see what he does with 2-2. The Lodi native going to Delta College. Taps it. Back to the pitcher for out number 1.
The pitcher doesn't have good reflexes. That one might have gotten through. That will bring in the catcher, Alex Cummings.
I think if Zaz waits back half a second longer, he puts that ball in the right field. But it looked like he completely hooked it. He's a very much pull side heavy guy.
First pitch to Cummings, misses outside, 1-0.
Let's see what the SoCal native does here. I think he should do pretty well against this guy coming out the stretch here.
Pitch is hit, foul, and out of play. Evens a count at 1 apiece.
I'd venture to say the chatter in the dugout right now is stay back as long as possible. Guys have seen him pretty well. Looks like left field's playing on the line. Same thing with right. There's huge gaps all in left and right center.
Pitch misses outside, 2-1 to the catcher Cummings.
And Cummings, he's shown day in and day out like he's got very good power to the gaps. I wouldn't see if he tries to hit one right now. There it goes. Oh.
Pitch hit out into right field, but fielded by Oberlander. Out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez, the shortstop for the A's tonight. Andrew Ramirez played against the Foxes both games in Colorado. First game, nothing of substance. The second game, scored 1 run, 2 hits, drove in 3, and walked on once.
I believe he was playing second base those games. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. It's one of those games I was playing right, caught a couple of balls, and remember throwing it back in. But I don't remember him doing a crazy amount at the dish. But he did well. He hit one ball really well to left field. I think he scored. I think that was the game we might have been down 5-2, and that helped to get maybe 5-4. If I remember correctly, yeah. But that was really nice for him. Nice to see. Let's see what we can do with the 0-2 pitch. Drives it over the second baseman. Very nice.
That will return us back to the top of the order with Roberto Gonzalez.
That was a solid piece of hitting right there.
Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. Gonzalez led off the bottom of the first, the home run. That gave the A's a chance to tie the ball game later. So Gonzalez will step in to face Noah Brunk. First pitch to Gonzalez in on the inner part of the plate for strike number 1. Brunk working from the first base side of the rubber. Throw in, and that gets Andrew Ramirez trying to steal. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off in the third, Turner Jameson out to face William Roberts, now out for his third inning of work. Turner Jameson swing and a miss, down in the count, 0-1. Pitch misses outside, evens the count at 1 apiece.
See if we can get a better inning out of Will this time. I would look forward to it. Give him a little bit of a break down there.
2-1 now to Jameson. The Colorado Springs Outlaws beat the Rough Riders 8-1. Swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. Jameson struck out looking his first time up. Swing and a miss, and down goes Jameson. The fourth strikeout of the game for William Roberts.
That was a nice start right there by Jameson.
That will bring in the catcher, Landon Irvin. Irvin singled his last time up. Irvin, a pinch hitter in last night's game. Swing and foul tipped. Strike number 1 to Irvin. Pitch.
Whoa.
Hit on the ground.
Switcheroo.
Takes a bounce. Still fielded cleanly by Carson Wright. 2 away now for the Foxes.
That ball had to have been hit off the cap, because there's no way that ball spins like that on a regular day. That or it hit a tuft of the turf or something. Because it was tailing right, hit the ground, kicked left, but still fielded cleanly. That is something you don't see every day.
That will bring in Dylan Hupfer. Hupfer walked on his last time up. First pitch in and inside for ball number 1. Pitch misses again inside, 2-0 to the 9-hole hitter Hepfer. Two-0 offering from Roberts. Misses again inside, 3-0.
Let's see if he make an adjustment here. Maybe go out and talk to him, see what he does here.
Four-pitch walk, and Hupfer's aboard for the second time. That will return the Foxes back to the top of the order, now starting their third trip around the batting order. And it is Henry Fleckner. 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. The first pitch hit on the ground, fielded by shortstop Ramirez. Throw to first, not in time. He was run into by his brother Artie. Artie running to try to cover. And Hupfer takes third.
Hupfer just caught them sleeping at the wheel here. Looked like Artie was jogging back to third, but he kind of drifted off, and then it was basically a foot race from there, even though Will had the ball. That makes things a tad bit more interesting than first and second. Now it's first and third with 2 outs. Ball hit back in the middle.
Hit on the ground. That will score Hupfer. Runners at first and second for the Dodge City A's.
Let's see if we can turn this thing around here. That was a good pitch for strike one, right on the outer third.
Drew Norson batting for the Fort Collins Foxes. Walked on his last time up. Foxes leading this one 7-2. Pitch is fouled off to the third base dugout. Down in the count, 0-2 now is Norson.
That looked like a very defensive swing, even at 0-1. Sure, he might be down in the count, but that just looked like he was trying to foul it off, even with runner in scoring position.
The 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed. That will end the inning for the Foxes. If Foxes add one more, we're headed to the bottom of the third. It will be Roberto Gonzalez, Tyler Toby, and Carson Wright due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the third, it is Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez scored the home run to lead off the first. He fouls that one off for strike number one.
He wanted to lay down a bunt like he usually does, a little sneak attack. He's usually pretty good at it. He's done it like probably a handful of times. Just that last one, and ball didn't roll the right way off the bat.
Curveball in and misses outside. Evens a count at one apiece.
Surprised he didn't double up with the fastball there, even after he bunted the first one. Oh. It was not a bad swing through the 1-1. Let's see what he does here with 1-2. Maybe a little left side. There's a huge hole in between third base and the third baseman.
Roberto Gonzalez hitting .429 on the season, a .515 on-base percentage. Pitch misses, evens a count at two apiece.
Do you know what he's slugging?
.571.
It's pretty solid.
Pitch is hit. It's going out into left field. It will drop in for a hit. Gonzalez rounds first. Decides to retreat back. Leadoff single for the speedy Gonzalez.
So speedy Gonzalez. That was a nice two-strike approach right there. Little ball left side.
Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Tyler Toby. Toby got on an error his first time up. Tyler Toby hitting .352 on this season, a .397 on-base percentage. 1-0 delivery from Brunk. Gonzalez starts to take off and retreats back. 2-0 now the count for Toby.
Interesting little pitch out.
Toby will foul that one off. 2-1. Toby drove in one run in last night's 9-6 win over these Foxes. Pitch. Again, strike number two.
I'm sure that's a pitch he'd like to have back. By his body language, he said he want to put that ball into right center. That huge gap they have out there.
Throw to first is not in time.
Caught Roberto leaning, but throw was way off. Nowhere near for a tag. Let's see if he doesn't steal here with a 2-2 count. Maybe an off-speed pitch coming. Nope. Fastball in the outer third.
Toby will go down looking. Out number one for the Dodge City A's. And that will bring in Carson Wright. The first pitch to Wright misses outside, 1-0. Catcher Irvin taking a long look down at Roberto Gonzalez at first.
Let's see if he makes an attempt to throw it over there, even with the 3-2 lead. Or, I'm sorry, 7-2.
Gonzalez takes off. That pitch is fouled off, and that evens a count at one apiece.
Looked like a hit and run with an 0-1 count. Surprised he did that. Maybe get the infielders moving around. See if he can open up some holes.
Pitch misses outside. Now 2-1 to Carson Wright.
I think this is the most the pitcher's been rushing to the plate with Roberto on first. He really doesn't want him to steal second. because we know he can.
Throw back to first, not in time. The 2-1 offering from Brunk. Gonzalez takes off again. That pitch is hit foul.
Just barely.
The right fielder Oberlander charging and trying to get to that one in foul territory, not able to do so, and that will even the count at 2 apiece.
Looked like another hit and run with the 2-1 count. He's trying to hit the ball on the ground. Well, usually with the runner on first, with a right-hander at the plate, you want to put the ball ideally to second base because second baseman is going to cover. So you open up that hole there. But that one, with that being in the air, makes that kind of hard.
Ball's hit out into right center field. Up for there to haul that one in. Now 2 away for the Dodge City A's.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but he's making everything look way more difficult than it really is. Because that ball looked like it was hit pretty well. He just, with the runner on first, no tag. He like panicked to throw it in and then did like a pirouette in the warning track.
We'll bring in Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan 0 for 1, or 1 for 1, sorry. He singled his last time up. Brendan O'Sullivan hitting .337 on the season, a .426 on-base percentage. First pitch in on the inner edge for strike number 1. The Foxes scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Gonzalez takes off, and he is in safely at second.
That was a nice little run. That tag must have been a second after, maybe half a second after he slid in. It looked like the glove was in the front part of the bag, foot went to the back, and that was the difference.
Izzy and Roberto Gonzalez were tied for the lead in stolen bases coming into tonight's contest at 10 apiece. So that tie has now been broken.
And Izzy was only here for how many games?
11. He made appearances in 11. Pitch hit foul, and we'll do the 2-2 over again.
Because it was like a 2-week span that he was here? Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah. But for 2 weeks, playing in 11 games, or getting an appearance in 11 games, not too bad.
Pitch swung on and missed. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Coniac Construction LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Duke Energy, Edward Jones Melanie Harshberger, Town Place Suites by Marriott, EDF Renewables Incorporated, Spearville 3 Wind Project. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. We are headed into the top of the fourth. The A's trailing this one 7-2. William Roberts out for his now fourth inning of work. He will face Henry Jamison. Leading off in the top of the fourth, Jamison is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his last time up. First pitch from Roberts in and over the outer edge of the plate for strike number 1. Pitch is fouled off. It back over the screen. That will send kids chasing for it. Down in the count, 0-2 is Jamison.
Ooh.
Pitch.
That should have been strike 3 right down the
Just
river.
misses off the edge of the plate. A called ball. 1-2 now the count. Fort Collins Foxes scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third. Have 8 hits, 1 error, and have stranded 5. The pitch is fouled off. The A's scored 2 in the first, have 4 hits. They've not committed an error and have stranded 2. Pitch down in the turf. Evens a count at 2 apiece. William Roberts with 84 pitches. So far in this game, 47 have been strikes. That one misses up high. A full count now to Henry Jamison. The payoff pitch from Roberts. It is hit high. Zazarino coming in, but it is.
Is that Denbo?
Okay, so there have been defensive changes made for the Dodge City A's. Artie Ramirez now at first.
Denbo's at short.
Denbo's at short. Tyler Toby still at second, and Andrew Ramirez now at third, and Carson Wright playing in left.
Oh, Zazarino might go on the mound, maybe?
So 0-1 the count now to
Nice pitch. Would have been nice to know that there was a little bit of a defensive change. Very nice. Now we got 2 outs. That was a very nice pitch from Will. See if you can continue that with the lefty up here. That was a very good first pitch strike with the fastball. See what he follows it up with. Change up or off speed. Or a slider. Doubles up with the fastball. For strike 2. Well, now you've got to expect something that goes way out of the zone here. Or right down the river. That could have gone both ways. But it looks like he's thrown 3 back-to-back-to-back fastballs. Let's see if he goes up with the changeup or something in the dirt. Maybe something outside of the K zone here. And he goes down, caught by Alex for strike 3.
That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the fourth. That will bring in Artie Ramirez to lead off for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the fourth. Artie Ramirez 0 for 1. Flew out his last time up. Takes the first pitch he sees from Brunk outside for strike number 1. Artie Ramirez.
Oh, it's the same pitch right there.
Evens a count at 1 apiece. Ramirez comes into tonight's contest hitting .341 on the season, a .396 on-base percentage.
He's probably slugging pretty high, isn't he?
.727.
Yep, just as I expected. 727 is solid.
2-1 the count to Artie Ramirez. That ball hit in the gap. Fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first will not be in time. It pulls the first baseman off the bag. Ramirez had that one beat. A leadoff single for the Dodge City A's.
I was going to say give him a hit. He smoked that thing through the hole, but he got some glove on it and tried to do a little bit of a Jeter impression.
That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Morrell's 0 for 1 in this game. Struck out his first time up. Kyle Morrell hitting .295 on the season, a .407 on-base percentage. First pitch is fouled off for strike number 1. Kyle Morrell fouls that one off again. Now down in the count 1-2.
That was a nice
That
54-footer.
In and yeah. 2-2 the count now to Kyle Morrell. Artie Ramirez on first for the Dodge City A's. The A's trailing this game 7-2. It is Brock Denbo in the on-deck circle for the A's. Nobody out. 2-2 offering from Brunk. This is high and outside. A full count now to Kyle Morrell. The A's trying to claw their way back into this one. Down 7-2.
It's just a measly 5 runs. It can be done. It's been done before.
A swing and a miss, and Morrell goes down swinging. That will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo came in to take over the shortstop position in the multiple changes that occurred in the last inning. So Denbo hitting in the 7-hole for Angelo Zazzarino.
So Zazzarino's out of the game then, is that right?
Correct.
I wonder why. That's interesting. Because usually after the 3rd inning, something like that doesn't usually happen. Maybe something behind the scenes that we didn't see.
Brock Denbo steps in for his first at bat. He is hitting .200 on the season, a .352 on base percentage. First pitch he sees misses for ball number 1. The A's throw to first was not in time. The A's in a similar position. The second game in Fort Collins on Sunday the 19th of June. The A's were trailing 5-2 headed into the 7th inning. The A's tied it at 5. The Fort Collins Foxes came back and made it a 6-5 ball game. And the A's would go on to win it 8-6.
That was a fun game. I remember having a lot of fun. I was in the dugout talking to Yesenia. Hey, we're down 5-2. Want to see us win? And sure enough, what happened?
The 2-0 delivery catches the outer part of the zone. 2-1 now to Brock Denbo. That was part of a series where the A's went 3-3 in Colorado. Pitch is fouled off. Evens account at 2 apiece.
That looked like it fouled off right off his foot. Let's see if Artie goes on the move here. 2-2, maybe a breaking ball, maybe a slider, change up, something in the dirt. Catcher's in a more athletic stance here.
2-2 offering is hit. It's headed out to center field. Up for tracking it. He takes a few steps to his right. Out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Alex Cummings, a catcher for the A's. Cummings 0 for 1. He flew out to Oberlander his first time up. Alex Cummings hitting .239 on the season. Fouls that one off. Cummings, a .365 on-base percentage. The 0-1 offering from Brunk. Hit out into right center field. It will drop in for a hit. It's rolling back to the wall. That will be a...
Oh. Wait. What just happened?
Alex Cummings was digging for a triple. Home plate umpire waving off the run of Artie Ramirez, saying it does not score. I have to disagree. I think Ramirez was there.
No way.
The home plate umpire waving it off.
So he says the run doesn't score. That run definitely should count, even though it was shortly before the out was made at third. It should still count. That would make sense.
Chris Woodruff getting his words in. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Even though the A's are down 7-2 and we want everything we can get, I believe that the run was scored before the out was made. Either way, that ends the inning for the Dodge City A's. We're headed to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball.
That was a nice first pitch strike. Fouled down the third base line. Now we're way ahead in the count with 0-2. I think that's the third strikeout of the day for him. Yeah, for Turner Jameson, the DH. Now we got one out.
That will bring in the catcher, Landon Irving. Irving 1 for 2. First pitch down for ball number 1.
Do you have any idea what his pitch count is? Because you said 84, like
97.
Yeah, wow. 97 through 4 innings. Or 4 1/3.
Pitch catches his zone and evens a count at 1 apiece. A fly ball right back at the shortstop, Brock Denbo. Now 2 away for the Foxes.
That was a good little line drive right there. Not too bad. Right off the end of the bat, right in Denbo's glove. It's a nice play.
That will bring in Dylan Hupfer. Hupfer is 0 in this game, yet to record an official at bat as he has walked on both times he's been at the plate. Pitch misses up high, 1-0. The ball is thrown back to the dugout by Roberts. He wanted a different ball. He'll get it, go back to work. 1-0 offering. Strike out the letters, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Action occurring in the Fort Collins bullpen. Pitch is fouled off, and down in the count 1-2 is Hupfer. I believe that is Norson down in the bullpen for the Foxes.
I wonder what the plan is here with Will in his 5th inning of work. Sandoval was warming up an inning or 2 ago, and now he's got to be more than 100 pitches, and there's no action down there.
2-2. Hit high. Called for by Artie Ramirez. Fielded in front of Tyler Toby. That will end the inning for the Foxes. 3 up, 3 down, and we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Andrew Ramirez leading off for the A's in the bottom of the fifth. The A's still trailing 7-2. Noah Brunk out now for his fifth inning of work. The first pitch into Ramirez in for strike number one. Andrew Ramirez hitting .235 on the season, a .391 on base percentage. Pitch misses for to even the count at one apiece. Ramirez swings and misses, and now down in the count 1-2.
Is that right? Is
Brunk
pitch
with
count's pretty high?
80 pitches.
Yeah, 80. That's not too
48
bad.
have been strikes. Pitch into the opposite batter's box. Evens a count at two apiece. This is outside, a full count now to the leadoff hitter, Andrew Ramirez. Time is called. Ramirez steps out. The payoff pitch is hit at the shortstop Fleckner. Throw to first in time. Out number one for the Dodge City A's.
Surprised that first baseman caught that.
That
Look
will
at that blaring sun over there and left.
bring in Roberto Gonzalez back at the top of the order for the A's, as the A's now starting their third trip around the batting order. Gonzalez is 2 for 2. A home run and a single to his credit so far this game. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. Roberto Gonzalez, a hard out for the Foxes last night.
And he puts it up the middle. Jetered. And he should be safe. Very nicely done.
Ball was hit deep in the hole at the second baseman. The speed of Gonzalez beats it out.
Looked like very much of a jam shot, and it was bang bang.
That will put a runner on for the A's.
And
And we are headed now with Tyler Tobey.
there's
The
no way.
Fox's coaches wants an explanation. They thought he was probably out.
There's no way you can get it overturned. The home plate umpire is at home, 90 plus feet away. He doesn't. There's no way he can turn it over. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here with one out, runner on first base.
So Tyler Tobey steps in. He is 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out looking his last time up. A swing and a miss. Tobey down in the count, 0-1. Roberto Gonzalez on base. 24 hits this season. 18 singles, 4 doubles. Ball's hit out towards left center field. It is fielded by the left fielder. Out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Carson Wright. Wright 0 for 2 in this game. Flew out his last time up. Gonzalez takes off towards second. He is in safely.
Lots of time.
The first pitch, a strike to Carson Wright. Another stolen base for Roberto Gonzalez.
Let's see if he takes third.
0-1 offering from Brunk.
I think every time he does a little stutter step towards the next base, pitcher rushes it and throws the ball. I would venture to say that's probably been valid throughout the whole time Roberto's been on base. Now shortstop's in his pocket. Now second base is creeping. Now he's on an island.
Check swing from right. He's down in the count, 1-2. Gonzalez, a lead off of second. 1-2 offering. Comes in and misses. Evens a count at 2 apiece.
I wonder where that one missed. Looked like it was right down Broadway. Even though it was a little bit up. Curled back down at the last second.
Pitch misses inside. A full count now. To right.
It's interesting. He doubled up with the off-speed pitch. Even with a 2-2 count.
The payoff pitch coming from Brunk. Gonzalez out at second. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Gonzalez takes off to third. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Take this opportunity to thank our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. The A's make the call to the bullpen. It is Matthew Sandoval on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. Sandoval making his 6th appearance overall. 8.1 innings pitched. 15 hits, 7 runs, 4 of those earned. Walked 3 and struck out 7. He has a 4.32 ERA. So he will face Henry Fleckner leading off for the Fort Collins Foxes. The A's trailing this game 7-2. First pitch from Sandoval in for strike number 1. Fleckner 2 for 3 in this game, singled his last time up. Pitch misses, evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch is fouled off, and down in the count 1-2 is Fleckner. Pitch just misses off the edge of the zone, evens a count at 2 apiece. Pitch is popped up, called for by the first baseman, Artie Ramirez. Fielded in foul territory, out number 1. for the Foxes. Will bring in Tyler Mata-Lloyd. Mata-Lloyd is 2 for 3 in this game. Also singled his last time up. Lloyd fouls that one off, down in the count, 0-1. Matthew Sandoval last pitched on July the 6th against the Hayes Larks, a 1-inning outing for Sandoval. Sandoval's longest outing this year was a 3-inning outing back on June the 9th against the Great Bend Batcats. Mata-Lloyd fouls that one off, and down in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 offering from Sandoval. This is down in the turf. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Looks like it might be Caesar Galvin warming up in the bullpen for the Foxes. Pitch is fouled off again, and will do the 2-2 offering over.
Wow.
Pitch just misses inside. A full count now to Mata-Lloyd. The night for William Roberts is done. He goes 5 innings. Faces 27 batters. Pitch is hit on the ground. Fielded by Toby at second. Throw to first in time. And 2 away now for the Foxes.
That was a nice little one-hopper. Played well by Tito.
That will bring in Drew Norson. Norson is 1 for 2 in this game. He struck out swinging his last time up. 1-0 the count now for Norson. Pitch from Sandoval. Misses outside. Brings the count to 2-0. Pitch misses again. 3-0 now for Norson. 2 away for the Foxes here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch catches the inner part of the zone. Makes it 3-1. Five-pitch walk, and Norson on first. That will bring in Henry Jamison. Jamison is 0 for 2 in this game. Flew out his last time up. First pitch Jamison sees is hit out into the right center gap. It is fielded by Kyle Morrell. That will end the inning for the Foxes. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. It will be Brendan O'Sullivan, Artie Ramirez, and Kyle Morrell due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Brendan O'Sullivan leading off for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the 6th. He will face Noah Brunk out for his 6th inning of work. Takes the first pitch he sees and pops it foul. 0-1. Pitch in and catches his zone, and O'Sullivan down in the count, 0-2.
That one looked like it was right down Broadway. Surprised he took it.
This is just off the outer edge of the plate. 1-2 now for O'Sullivan. Brendan O'Sullivan. Takes that one outside again. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss, and down goes O'Sullivan, the first out of the inning for the A's, and that will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Brunk now with 98 pitches in this game. 58 have been strikes. Artie Ramirez digs in. First pitch is hit. It's hit high, headed out into the right center gap. Matt Oberlander there to haul that one in, and 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Kyle Morrell 0 for 2 has struck out both times he's been at the plate. First pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Morrell hits that one. It's headed out into left field. It will bounce off the wall. It takes a careen towards right. Morrell in safely with a stand-up double. That will bring in the shortstop, Brock Denbo. Denbo making his second plate appearance, and it appears that we may be having a pitching change for the Foxes. Brunk pleading his case, saying, no, let me go. It appears at this point that this is a stall move to buy time for, I believe, Caesar Galvin in the bullpen.
Looks like he's just playing light catch. I feel like if it was more for a stall, he'll probably give him Denbo to see what he does. Woody's still talking to him about the play at third is what it looks like. Pointing, throwing arms, asking Hunter, hey, what's the move here?
So we will resume play.
But I'm surprised the Foxes haven't, looks like Caesar, you said. I'm surprised he hasn't had the catcher get down yet because he's already played like catch. I mean, we saw him earlier.
So we will resume play. Brock Denbo at bat for the Dodge City A's. He flew out his first time up. He will face the pitcher, Noah Brunk. First pitch bounces ahead of home plate. 1-0. 2 away for the A's, and runner on second.
Surprised Kyle didn't take that back right there, ball in the dirt. He's got some good speed. He gets a good read out off the bat.
Pitch is down
in
in the batter's box. 2-0 now to Brock Denbo.
It's not entirely easy to see the greatest at second. Simply put, you can't see the trajectory of the ball as well if you're on first or third. But even still, when you see the catcher kind of frantically looking around for the ball, I mean, it would be a good call to go to third.
Ball's hit to the third baseman. Throw to first is in time, and that will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the seventh. The A's trailing 7-2. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We're going to take this opportunity to thank our double sponsors, Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, and Farm Bureau Wealth Management and C. Fragon. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. Matthew Sandoval out for his second inning of work as the A's trailing this one 7-2. Matthew Sandoval making his sixth appearance overall on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Comes into tonight's contest an 0-1 record. He will face Brendan Jordan leading off in the seventh inning. Brendan Jordan 2 for 3. Struck out looking his last time up. First pitch into Jordan, in for ball number 1. Second pitch misses outside, now 2-0. Pitch is hit. Headed out to right field. Kyle Morrell there to haul that one in. One away for the Fort Collins Foxes. That will bring in Matt Oberlander. Oberlander is 0 for 3. He struck out looking his last time up. First pitch in for strike number 1 to Oberlander. One catches the outer part of the zone, and now 0-2. So Oberlander will step out and take a few practice swings. He will step back in. Sandoval delivers. That one catches the outer part of the zone. Oberlander goes down looking. His third strikeout of the game. So Oberlander with the hat trick tonight. And that will bring in Turner Jamison. Jamison 0 for 3 in this game. He already has a hat trick. Why not go for the golden sombrero? Pitch misses outside for ball number 1. Pitch is hit. Diving catch by Kyle Morrell. They say he has it. That will end the inning for the Foxes. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Dodge City. The A's trailing 7-2. It will be Alex Cummings, Andrew Ramirez, and Roberto Gonzalez due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Defensive changes for the Fort Collins Foxes. Drew Norson, the former first baseman, now on the mound for the Foxes. Caesar Galvin now at first base. Alex Cummings leading off for the Dodge City A's. Cummings is 1 for 2 in this game, doubled his last time up. He will face the new pitcher, Drew Norson. Norson pitched in the 9-1 loss for the Foxes on June the 18th. Norson, 1 inning in that game, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Only 1 was earned, walked 1, and struck out none. So that was Norson in that game against the Foxes, and the umpires having a quick meeting about something, possibly defensive changes that were made for the Foxes.
Doesn't seem very quick, does it? Taking a long time. Trying to delay
My
the game
guess
a little bit
is
more.
they're going to talk. They're talking over what will happen with Drew Norson,
What do you mean?
because Norson was the first baseman, so he is now in to pitch. That means that the Foxes will have to forfeit their DH spot, so Turner Jamison will be out of the game likely.
Yep. I mean, he's gone over today, and then Caesar will go in his spot.
So Caesar Galvin now in the game at first base. And we will resume play as Alex Cummings steps in to face Norson. Cummings fouls off the first pitch he sees, and down in the count 0-1.
But I'd say that's like a normal play, especially in a summer ball game like that. I don't know, maybe it's something they did talk about. It just
0-1
confuses me
misses
as to why-
inside, evens a count at 1 apiece.
as to why it was so long.
Up high, now 2-1 for Alex Cummings. The A's trying to get something going as they have gone scoreless since the second. Ball hit on the ground, fielded it short, throw to first in time, out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Andrew Ramirez. Andrew Ramirez is 1 for 2 in this game. He grounded out his last time up. Pitch inside, 1-0. That one misses outside, now 2-0. 2-0 offering from Norson. A check swing from Ramirez. He'll called strike anyway, 2-1.
Nice.
Ramirez sends that one on a rope. It's headed down the first base line. It'll roll onto the warning track.
Come on,
Ramirez
go for
digging for second.
Come on. Come on.
He's going to
come on,
round. He's going for third. The throw.
Come on.
Off the
Nice.
line. He's in safely. Andrew Ramirez with a triple. The catcher is trying to tell Galvin to go touch the bag at first, trying to appeal that.
He 100% touched it. I was watching him as he hit it. There's no way they have their palms up in the dugout right now. He was 100% touched it. I mean, you can't reverse the call now that Hunter said he touched it. So let's see what he's arguing here. Other than that, I can't imagine there's much else.
So that will bring us back to the top of the order with Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez 3 for 3. He singled his last time up. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. A big swing and a miss for Gonzalez, and down in the count 0-2.
That looked like a bomba swing right there. Trying to repeat his first AB.
Roberto Gonzalez, a swing and a miss. The throw down to first will complete the drop third strike. And even the speed of Gonzalez can't beat out that throw. That will bring in Tyler Tobey, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Tyler Tobey 0 for 3 in this game. He flew out his last time up. A chopper fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 8th. The A's trailing 7-2. You've been listening to A's Baseball. leading off the top of the 8th inning. Matthew Sandoval now out for his 3rd inning of work. Landon Irvin leading off for the Fort Collins Foxes. He swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Down in the count 0-1. Irvin is 1 for 3. He flew out his last time up. Pitch bounces ahead of home plate. Evens a count at 1 apiece. It might be a Rubio Duran warming up in the Dodge City A's bullpen. A swing and a miss for Irvin. And he is down in the count 1-2. Irvin will go down swinging. The throw to first to complete the drop 3rd strike. Out number 1 for the Fort Collins Foxes. That will bring in Dylan Hupfer. Hupfer 0 for 1. Flew out his last time up. Hupfer walked on the first 2 times he was at the plate. That's why he is 0 for 1. First pitch outside for ball number 1. Hupfer fouls that one off and evens a count at 1 apiece. Strike to Hupfer. Make the count 1-2. Hupfer pops that one up. Called for by Ramirez. It is fielded in foul territory just in the outfield grass. Out number 2 for the Foxes. That will bring in Henry Fleckner. Fleckner takes the first pitch he sees, ball number 1. Fleckner is 2 for 4 in this game. Flew out his last time up. That pitch is hit out towards right field. Kyle Morrell there to haul it in, and that will end the inning for the Foxes. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. It will be Carson Wright, Brendan O'Sullivan, and Artie Ramirez due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Carson Wright leads off for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the 8th. Takes a strike and then grounds out to the shortstop. Out number 1 for the A's. That brings in Brendan O'Sullivan. First pitch he sees sent to the third baseman. Throw to first in time, and 2 away now for the A's. That will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez is 1 for 3 in this game. Ramirez flew out his last time up. Swing and a miss, and Ramirez down in the count, 0-1. The A's trail this one 7-2. The A's have already taken the series win. Won 3 out of the 4 so far. So the Fort Collins Foxes battling tonight just to stay out of the series sweep. Pitch is hit out to left field. It is going to the wall and gone. A solo home run for Artie Ramirez. 2 of the 3 runs scored tonight have been solo shots for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. The A's now trailing 7-3. So the A's score for the first time since the first inning. Kyle Morrell, 1 for 3 in this game. Takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Morrell doubled his last time up. He pops that one up. It is out of play. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Kyle Morrell digging for second. He is in safely, a double for the Dodge City A's with 2 away. That will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo 0 for 2 in this game. He ground out his last time up. Home plate umpire over to the dugout to get some more balls. So after 2 quick outs, the A's a solo home run and now a double off the left field wall for Kyle Morrell. Brock Denbo will step in to face Drew Norson. Bach was called, and that will move Morrell over to third. Denbo fouls that one off, down in the count, 0-1. Pitch in and catches the outer part, or the inner part of the zone, rather. Down in the count, 0-2 is Denbo. Pitch in and down, 1-2. Now the count. The A's trying to cut into this 7-3 lead of the Fort Collins Foxes. Pitch misses again, evens a count at 2 apiece.
See if Brock can get in here. Get on base.
2-2 offering. Fouled off. Just getting a piece of it. We'll do the 2-2 over again.
3 runs on 11 hits. Interesting. Must have left a lot of guys on today. Or tonight. Oh, ball squirts away.
Ball gets away. Full count now for Brock Denbo. Payoff pitch from Norson. Fouled off. It pops up, hits Denbo in the back. We'll do the payoff over again.
Come on, beat it up.
That one fielded by the third baseman, throw to first in time. That will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the ninth. The A's trailing 7-3. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball.
Got the mayor of Dodge City on the mound, Rubio Duran. Misses up for ball 1.
Model Lloyd leading off for The Fort.
What?
3-1 the count to Mata Lloyd. Ruby Duran on the mound for the Dodge City A's, trying to give the A's a chance to go win this ball game. Pitch in and catches his zone. A full count now to Tyler Mata Lloyd. Mata Lloyd 2 for 4 in this game. He ground out his last time up. Pitch misses. Leadoff walk to Tyler Mata Lloyd. That will bring in Drew Norson. Norson takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Righty Duran working from the first base side of the rubber. Throws in and misses. 2-0 the count now for Norson. So pitching to pitcher right now. The 2-0 offering from Duran. Catches the inner part of the zone, strike number 1. Norson fouls that one off. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Nobody out in the top, or one away in the top of the 9th. Pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. The A's trying to get out of the top of the 9th. A 4-run lead. The back pick down to first, not in time. Norson was tripped up. A full count now. The payoff pitch from Rubio Duran. Pitch. This is outside. Back-to-back walks have put runners now on first and second. Nobody out for the Foxes, and that will bring in Henry Jamison. Jamison 0 for 3 in this game, flew out his last time up. We're going to have a mound visit from head coach Chris Woodruff, and we're going to take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors, Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap LC, John Wilkerson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, and Julian Manuel Garcia. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. The A's in the final game of the 4-game series against the Fort Collins Foxes tonight. Hayes will travel to Hayes, America tomorrow, the final game of the series with the Hayes Larks. That game, a 7:30 game tomorrow night, as much of the state of Kansas in a heat advisory due to heat indexes reaching high points, with the forecasted temperature between 108 and 112 tomorrow. The dog days of summer, as some would call it, are definitely in effect right now. The mound visit is over, and we will go back to play. Henry Jameson at the mound, or at the plate for the Foxes, and the first pitch to Jameson misses for ball number 1. Two and 0 now the count to Jameson. Drawn looks back at second. Comes home. The pitch catches the outer part of the zone. 2 and 1 now for Henry Jameson. Nobody out for the Fort Collins Foxes. The Foxes lead this game 7-3. Pitch over the head of Jameson. 3 and 1 now. Drawn comes set. The 3-1 offering. Misses outside. Bases loaded now for the Fort Collins Foxes. 3 straight walks have loaded the bases, and that will bring in Brendan Jordan. Jordan 2 for 4 in this game. Flew out his last time up. Duran will face Jordan. First pitch inside for strike number 1. One misses outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Duran making his second appearance on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Comes into tonight's contest having pitched 2/3 of an inning. No record and no ERA at this point. The 1-1 delivery catches the outer part of the zone, and now down in the count 1 and 2 is Brendan Jordan. The 1-2 offering is fouled off over the back of the press box, and we'll do it over again. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. One away for the Fort Collins Foxes. That will bring in Matt Oberlander. Oberlander is 0 for 4 in this game. Has struck out swinging, or struck out looking, the last 2 times he's been at the plate. Pick off down to third. 1-0 the count to Matt Oberlander. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. 2-0 offering from Duran. Swung on, it is fouled off and out of play. 2-1. Catches the outer part of the zone. We're even in the count at 2-2. Oberlander with 3 strikeouts already in this game. He's swinging to try to avoid the 4th. Fouls that one off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. The 2-2 offering is up high. That will be a full count now for Matt Oberlander. The payoff pitch from Duran. He's got his sign. It catches his zone, and Oberlander was trotting down to first. He thought he was on, and Oberlander takes the golden sombrero of strikeouts. He goes down looking for the 3rd time straight. That will bring in Caesar Galvin. Galvin hitting for the DH. Turner Jamison. Jamison will exit the game 0 for 4. 3 strikeouts and a flyout to his name. Caesar Galvin now in for the Fort Collins Foxes. Pitch misses for ball number 1. Back-to-back strikeouts have led to 2 away after Duran loaded the bases on 3 straight walks. Pitch is fouled off and evens a count at 1 apiece. Swung on and missed is Galvin, and down in the count now 1-2. Oberlander threw his helmet back at the first base dugout as he walked off after realized that he struck out, and Caesar Galvin will go down swinging. Fort Collins Foxes load the bases, fail to score. We are headed to the bottom of the 9th. The A's trailing 7-3. The A's need 4 to extend, 5 to win. It will be Alex Cummings, Andrew Ramirez, and Roberto Gonzalez due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Michael Widener leads off for the Dodge City A's in the bottom of the ninth. A 1-1 count. He pops that one up. It is dropped by Caesar Galvin, the leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez hits at the shortstop. It is misplayed. Runners now on first and second for the Dodge City A's. Nobody out. Back-to-back errors have put runners aboard for the A's. So that will bring us back to the top of the order with Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez 3 for 4 in this game. A drop third strike his last time up. Gonzalez will face Drew Norson. Runners on first and second for the A's. Nobody out. First pitch in, a ball. The A's trailing 7-3. If it feels like deja vu, it probably is. The second pitch misses outside. 2-0. The 2-0 offering from Norson. That one catches the outer part of the zone. 2-1 now to Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez he steps back, takes strike on the inner part of the zone, evens a count at 2 apiece. The A's need 4 to extend. Pitch misses out. Pops in front of the catcher, Irvin. A full count now to Roberto Gonzalez. The payoff pitch from Norson. Misses inside, and that will load the bases for the Dodge City A's. Tyler Tobey due up for the A's, but it will be Jacob Klinowski instead. So Klinowski will hit for Tyler Tobey in the 2-hole. Bases loaded for the Dodge City A's, and the tying run now at the plate. Nobody out for the A's. Michael Widener got on. A dropped ball at first base by the first baseman, Galvin. Andrew Ramirez, a line drive right back at the shortstop. He bobbles it. Ramirez on. Gonzalez is now walked on. That brings in Jacob Klinowski. First pitch to Klinowski misses for ball number 1. Pitch is fouled off, then that will even the count at 1 apiece. Norson gets a new ball, and he will go back to the mound, working from the third base side of the rubber. Norson is set. The 1-1 offering. It is swung on. A line drive out into right field. That will score one. The base is still loaded with nobody away. An RBI single for Jacob Klinowski. Michael Widener came in and scored, and that will now bring in Carson Wright. Carson Wright is 0 for 4 in this game. He ground out his last time up. Nobody out for the Dodge City A's, and the go-ahead run now at home plate. First pitch in, catches the upper part of the zone. Strike number 1 for Carson Wright. One just misses inside, and Irvin paused for a while. He wasn't happy with the call. 1-1 the count for Carson Wright. The 1-1 offering fouled off. Right now down in the count, 1-2. Carson Wright fouls that one off. We'll do the 1-2 over again. He's trailing 7-4, have scored. That ball goes foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. The A's scored 1 in the 8th and now 1 in the 9th to trail this one 7-4. Right, pops that one up, fielded by the catcher. Keeps his foot on home plate, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. Bases still loaded. That will bring in Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, 1 for 4. He hits a ball headed out into right field. It is dropped by the right fielder. And the A's will go station to station. Another run scores. The A's now trailing 7-5. 1 away for the Dodge City A's still. That will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez is 2 for 4. He hit the solo shot home run in the bottom of the 8th inning. The tying run now out at second base. The go-ahead run on first. 1 away with Drew Norson on the mound. Norson now with 51 pitches in this game. 34 have been strikes. First pitch to Ramirez. Misses for ball number 1. Artie Ramirez will foul that one off and evens the count at 1 apiece. Norson A big, deep breath. He'll come set. The delivery fouled off. Down in the count, 1-2 now is Ramirez. Ramirez steps out of the box. He'll step back in. The 1-2 offering from Norson. One away for the A's. Ramirez hits it. It's headed out to left field. It will be a sacrifice fly. One run will score. And the A's now within one. Runners will be at first and second for the Dodge City A's. The tying run still at second base. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. 2 away for the A's. Morrell is 2 for 4. He doubled his last time up. Both hits for Morrell in this game have been to the left center gap. So after that short mound visit, we will go back to work. Drew Norson will remain in the game for the Fort Collins Foxes. There is nobody in the bullpen. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. The A's trailing now 7-6. The A's have scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th to make this a 1-run ball game. First pitch. It's hit in the air. It's popped up. It is fielded cleanly. That will end the game. The A's will drop this one 7-6. That will end the game. The Fort Collins Foxes take one from the A's, but the A's win the series 3-1. Your final game numbers. The win will go to Noah Brunk. He goes 6 innings. The loss will go to William Roberts. Your final game numbers for this one. The Fort Collins Foxes, 7 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. They will strand 9. The Dodge City A's, 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They strand 8. The A's drop this one 7-6. They will fall to 14-10 overall in league play, and 17-16 overall on the season. I am Justin Hergert. I was alongside Jacob Klanowski saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. Tune in tomorrow night as we face the Hayes Larks from Larks Park. Again, that is a 7:30 start. Good night and so long. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.